Kendrick kind of, I think for the first time, made people question Drake's blackness.
It was very interesting watching Real Time with Bill Maher this past episode. He had on Eric Michael Dyson.
Yeah.
And they talked about this very thing and how Eric was talking about how sometimes we in the black community try to define what blackness is. And he goes, listen, Drake is part black, part Canadian. He's always been submerged into the culture.
Not always.
Well, you might know more than me because I don't fuck with Drake.
Well, see, I think this is what people kind of point out was that although Drake does have a black father from Memphis, the dad wasn't really around. Like during his childhood, he was raised.
Welcome to the party, nigga.
He was raised by his Jewish mother in a Jewish, with Jewish relatives in a Jewish part of Toronto.
Barack Obama had a book called "The Absence of My Father."
There you go.
And he said, "My father's absence probably made me more who I am today than his presence."
Fair enough.
So
that's what I'm saying.
But is Barack any less black?
I don't think so. But it's also not me. I'm not the one that sets these, yardsticks.
And part of that is...
I'm not going to chime in on this. I'm just saying what Kendrick was saying.
But part of that is also the old, one of the old things in the playbook that's forever existed. Because he's also light-skinned.
Yeah.
So light skin versus dark skin.
Right.
Good hair versus nappy hair. So this is...
I hate that term, good hair.
Whatever it is.
I hate it.
This is a trope.
Because it implies a certain type of hair is bad. No, it's not bad. It's just different.
No, it is. I got you.
Yeah.
But... yeah, these are old tropes that have always been a fight within the black community. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, Kendrick even said that he doesn't want to hear Drake use the N-word anymore. And then the next song.
There's a whole lot of artists that use the N-word that I'm not necessarily a fan of. I'm not a fan of Fat Joe using it.
People said that.
But, okay. I'm not a fan of black people going, if we continue to use it amongst ourselves, then how can we expect them not to use it? That is the weakest slave mentality shit I've ever heard of. We've taken our lemons and made vodka. It's up to us to do that.
I feel this is what I realized over time.
Eminem doesn't use it out of respect.
Well, he has in the past.
Well listen, we can always dig up white folks' past, and we're going to always find some skeletons.
Yeah. I think that what we have to understand, whether we want to admit it or not, is that American society, in particular, the world as a whole, but American society in particular, has a double standard. There are certain rules that apply to women that will not apply to men. Certain rules that apply to black people that don't apply to white people.
As it should be.
A black person could say something that is totally normal, whereas if a white person said something similar, it would be racist. A woman could say something outlandish. If a man says something, the same kind of thing, he'd be, a woman hater.
Do you disagree with that?
I'm not a fan of it, but I also...
You understand it?
I understand it.
Okay.
I understand it. I can be mad at the sky is blue, but the sky will still be blue. So you have to accept it because of the community that you live in.
I'm not a fan of a woman telling me no to sex, but I understand it. I understand it.
That's kind of rapey.
No, it wasn't rapey.
A little rapey.
No. If you want to fuck a bitch and she go, no, and you really want to fuck her, are you disappointed? Yes. Are you a fan of the word no? Of course not. But you respect it and you understand it.
I really want $1 million in the bank.
Don't compare.
Doesn't want to give it to me.
Don't compare getting pussy to $1 million. It's much easier to get pussy than it is $1 million.
Not if you got a gun. You can get both pretty quickly.
Now you went beyond rapey, I got. You took it where I took it, and this motherfucker just checkmated me. God damn, you went to a whole nother get in the car, bitch. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
And when you talk about in the past, Eminem did say something.
Well, did you ever hear an old tape came out?
I know, but I saw the tape.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear the joke that Justin Bieber did when he was a kid?
Oh, the one less lonely.
No. That one and the other one. Why are black people afraid of chainsaws? Because of the noise it makes. Now, all I'm saying is, and this is where I put some of the blame on black people. We are just historically, we have been so overly forgiving. We forgive everybody and anything.
Black people love Justin Bieber Quavo does songs with him. His new album probably has a bunch of major black artists.
But
He had a roast.
But my point is, it ain't whether it's Justin Bieber, whether it's Eminem, whether it's insert white person here. Where we can even take it away from music and the arts. Because you might appreciate what that music did for you at that time in your life. But whether it's, what's my man's name? The one that went and shot up the church and the 9 black people. Dylan Roof.
Dylan Roof, yeah.
When they arrested him, and I forget what the process is called, but they put him in the room where he had to address the family members.
Yeah.
So many black people, so many, I forgive you. I forgive you. We forgive you. Black people have always been overly forgiving.
Well, okay.
Even in the most heinous situations.
Okay.